Well, this is really a great day and filled with many different emotions for my part as I watch my little grandson help cut this ribbon out here today. I just wished his great-great-great-grandfather could wake up from the valley here and see what's happening. Incidentally, little Aiden Holbrook is a seventh generation to this valley, and our roots go way back in this valley. I've seen many things happen here since I've been alive, and I have written the history book on this valley. And my great-great-grandfather was born here. He lived here. He was a full-blooded Mountain Maidu man. His given Euro-American name was Fred Thomas, but his Mountain Maidu name was Simtanum. And he lived here, he died here, he's buried here in this valley. My grandmother was born here in this valley. My dad was born here in this valley, so our roots really go back here. And my grandfather, great-grandfather Fred Thomas, seen as a young man the first white person that ever came into this valley. That's about 170 years ago. And he never wandered far from here. Like I say, he lived here, and he was born here, and he died here, and he's buried here. So our roots really go a long ways back here. But there were many Native American people and families in little villages all around this valley back in the old days. And my grandmother used to tell about when she was a little girl at nighttime, you could see the flickering campfires all around this valley. And it just, it's with it mixed emotions that I see them cutting the ribbon and us getting back the land today. It's a great feeling. And to know it was once ours, and then here we're getting it back after all these many years. And I want to thank the stewardship group. They did a wonderful job in supporting us and being with us. And actually the PG&E was really great too. They'd given me a lot of different permissions over preserving and protecting our different sites in the valley here. And they were very generous with letting me go ahead and do these different projects that I've done over the last 30 years. But as you can see, my steps are getting weaker now. And these younger generation, it's good to see them out here so they can carry on the history. And that's what I want to see happen. That had always been my life's journey throughout my years, was keeping alive the history of this valley. And there's so much history here, Native American history as well as pioneer history, but mostly the Native American history that I'm so proud of. And hopefully each and every one of you could have read the book that I wrote on the valley here. And who I give the credit to mostly for my knowledge of giving the history of this valley is people like my grandmother and the old ones that aren't with us anymore. I just wish they could come to life right at this moment and see where we are today. And last but not least was the late Farrell Cunningham. I wish he could be here to see where we've come. And he envisioned this day. He somehow knew that we would get this land. When I was a campground host up here, he used to come out and visit me quite often. And he used to tell me, Bev, how wonderful this would be to be a Maidu part. And here his vision has come true. So I just wish he could, well, I know in spirit he's here. And that's all I had to say. Thank you.